Hey Radical fans, today's topic is conquering the cliff. The top hat, China, what are some of the other names we use for it? But it's the basic 10 to 10 wall with a pile of oil in the middle and dry boards to the outside. The easiest way to conquer the cliff is surface. Now there's two types of surface, more and less. Move in, put more surface on the ball. You stay in the oil longer, you hit the dry boards later down the lane. That's one way to conquer the cliff. The other way is to go smoother. 3,000 or 4,000 finish on a ball and let you play closer to the dry. Conquer the cliff. You know you're in trouble when you miss right and it goes through the face and you miss left and you 2-8-10. That's when you're in the dead zone, so to speak. Okay, at that point it's a surface change, mostly surface change. Not necessarily different type of ball, it's surface change. If you're 2-8-10 or through the face and you want to play that comfortable part of the lane, halfway down the lane in the dry, you want to use maybe 3,000 or 4,000. If you like to play deeper, 500, 800, 1,000 surface, you can get in and send it to the dry further down lane. That's the only way to conquer the cliff is with surface changes. So aside from surface, even though we said that's the only way to conquer the cliff, there's always that one or two situations. So what if? Okay, so another way is to throw the ball harder or throw the ball slower, depending on what's happening in your ball motion. You can stay on top of the dry longer, which is still friction, and the impact of friction keeping you in the dry longer by throwing the ball a little bit firmer. Or you can move in a little deeper and throw the ball softer so that, again, you're using more oil before you get to the friction. Okay, so you got some speed variance. But for a lot of people, for most bowlers, the easiest change is the surface. Manipulating your ball speed can lead to other problems, unless you're really good at it. You know, and again, we're talking to the average guy who bowls in a house shot in league and he has trouble with the cliff. It's usually a surface change. I always recommend people to try going to 3,000 surface. This way they can stand closer to the dry, they can use the oil as hold and the dry for swing. That's today's Radical Rundown. Put some comments below and we'll see you next week.